Paris began as a small settlement by the Seine River, built by a Celtic tribe called the Parisii over 2,000 years ago. They lived quietly, fishing and trading in peace. The Romans conquered the region in 52 BC, renaming it Lutetia and building roads, forums, and baths. It became a bustling Roman city. By the 3rd century, the city was renamed Paris, and Christianity began to spread through its people. Churches were built, and the faith took root. During the 5th century, Clovis I, king of the Franks, made Paris his capital after converting to Christianity. This marked the city's growing political power. In the Middle Ages, Paris became a cultural and intellectual hub, with the founding of the University of Paris in 1150. Students from across Europe arrived to learn. Construction of Notre Dame Cathedral began in 1163, taking over 180 years to complete. It stood as a symbol of French Gothic art and faith. The city grew in trade, economy, and population through the 12th and 13th centuries, but it also suffered from plagues and wars. In the 1300s, the Black Death killed nearly half the city's people, but Paris survived and rebuilt itself again. Its resilience was remarkable. The 100 Years' War brought chaos in the 14th and 15th centuries, yet Paris remained the heart of France's strength and resistance. During the Renaissance, Paris was filled with new art, literature, and discovery. The printing press and science spread across its streets. In the 1600s, King Louis XIV moved the royal court to Versailles, but Paris stayed the center of culture and creativity. It was still France's soul. Tensions grew between rich and poor, and in 1789, the French Revolution exploded in the streets of Paris. The Bastille was stormed, and the monarchy fell. Paris saw violence, executions, and a shift to democracy, yet people believed in freedom and justice through the storm. Afterward, Napoleon Bonaparte took power and made Paris his imperial capital. He commissioned roads, bridges, and the Arc de Triomphe. In the mid-1800s, Baron Haussmann redesigned Paris with wide boulevards, parks, and elegant buildings. The modern look of Paris was born. In 1889, the Eiffel Tower was built for the World's Fair, standing tall at 300 meters. People hated it at first, but it became an icon. At the turn of the century, artists like Monet, Picasso, and Van Gogh brought fame to the Paris art scene. Writers like Ernest Hemingway followed. During World War I, Paris was threatened but never taken. The city held strong, feeding soldiers and supporting the front. In 1940, the Nazis invaded during World War II and occupied Paris for 4 years. The French resistance fought bravely underground. In 1944, American troops and French fighters liberated Paris. People filled the streets with joy and sang in freedom again. Post-war Paris embraced peace, rebuilding its economy and culture. It welcomed voices from around the world to shape its future. In the 1960s, youth and workers led protests demanding change. The streets echoed with chants of equality and new hope. By the 1980s, Paris expanded its global reach, becoming a leader in fashion, food, architecture, and diplomacy. It became a magnet for dreamers. The Louvre Museum, home of the Mona Lisa, became the world's most visited museum. History, art, and beauty all lived there. Terrorist attacks in 2015 shook Paris, but the people united in silence, candlelight, and love. Darkness could not silence them. Paris hosted the climate agreement in 2016, bringing world leaders together to fight for the planet. The city led with vision and purpose. Today, Paris is a blend of tradition and progress, where cathedrals meet tech hubs and bakeries stand next to modern towers. Every street in Paris tells a story of battles, love, art, and survival. It remains one of the world's greatest living cities. Tourists from all over, especially the U.S., come to walk along the Seine River, visit Versailles, and stand beneath the Eiffel Tower. Paris still inspires artists, students, and leaders to dream bigger. Its charm is timeless, and its influence is everlasting. From fishing village to global capital, Paris is proof that greatness grows from courage, vision, and belief in beauty. And through it all, Paris whispers to the world, no matter the struggle, always rise, always create, always shine.